We're ranked the best city for startups and a leader in venture capital success. And we're making sure everyone shares in this success.
One by one, the factories shuttered and left our shores with not even a thought about the millions and millions of American workers that were left behind.
One of the reasons that I wanted to make this movie is because the divide that we see in this country is so big.
They think we're a bunch of rednecks.
Or that's what we feel like they do.
We're uneducated.
Some of them I've met's not as friendly as others, you know.
We don't understand each other.
You know, I may have grew up on a farm, but I care about things on a national level. I don't care about just those little 200 acres I live on.
There are elements that are driving those wedges and are constantly promoting those rather than trying to tear those walls down.
And so they pushed harder and we push harder and it's just blown up.
I don't think the big divide in America anymore is north and south nearly as much as it's rural and urban. I mean, that's the difference. The city versus rural living is the difference. And you can find that in Nebraska, Alaska, Alabama, and at all parts of the country.
It seems that this idea of the change in our society from manufacturing to knowledge work is where a lot of the rub comes.
The International Paper had been here for 40 years or so. I had employed around 1,100 people and impacted so many more families because they had grown up with Dad working there for 20, 30 years. There was a lot of stability, a lot of security in that company. And in September of 2013, they came in one morning and announced to all the employees that they were closing their doors.
I worked maintenance, and at that time the scale was $32.69 an hour. That's a lot of money, and y'all can do some checking on what a teacher makes in Alabama. You'll be able to understand the money difference.
We depend on those jobs. Like this whole county, after that closed down, the school system's going broke. The county itself is going broke. They're cutting budgets left and right. We're having to close like the courthouse for a couple of days. Services are getting cut. So it's hard. So when he talked about keeping jobs in America, and especially places like this, I think that really hit home with a lot of people.
I think right now America is in kind of a state of searching for answers in a lot of different places that are not compatible with each other. And you just can't have any kind of constructive discourse when you're not even able to step out of your own biases.
Everybody ain't like you see them on TV, and that we can get along, we can sit down and have a bite to eat and talk about things we may disagree on, but we can still sit down and smile and have a good conversation about everything else, you know, and agree to disagree on some things. And there have been things we found some somewhat middle ground on that we could at least work from.
If you're tired of arguing with strangers on the internet, try talking with one of them in real life.
Well, I guess one idea would be to possibly bring people together.